they're gonna have to step it up big. You got Tuger, you got the GOAT ready to go as well, and then you got Contra, who started off last series with an overkill in the first minute of the game. We're starting this one off with Jesse, the man himself. What's he gonna do to start this game? It looks like he's gonna contest towards that camo side. And I like this play to sit over here because you can avoid grenades over towards that dip area, but he's not able to find Contra instead. So let's see what happens towards bottom center as Nest is being captured right now by Splyce. You have bottom center being contested by Evil Geniuses. There it is. They capture bottom middle and Nest. Great start here for Splyce.
So we see Tuga picking up camo. Falcated actually answers back and takes him down. Don't know whose POV we should be on with. I'm going to guess Shotzi at the moment because this man's been on fire for the last few matches that we've watched him. Light rifle in hand. Gets the call out that someone's potentially up on gold pipes. Contra comes running straight out of the cafe as he's forced back. Takes one to the face. Contra now moves down into bottom middle. There's two players there. He's going to use the bend for some defense. They're all just bailing on it. They're all leaving this one. Tuga comes down with a noob combo. Doesn't find its target. Falls him in the face. Shotgun though. Lunchbox. Absolutely. Shotzi gets a Shotzi. Down he goes. Have a look at Lunchbox's POV. Going to take a quick trick up to top pipes. Gets the call out that Boo Boo Doo is down on U-turn. Looking around there. Unfortunately, doesn't do it with that shotgun. Kind of, you know, he tries to go and contest bottom mid, but unfortunately, three players of Splyce are happily waiting there for him, Tom.
Yeah, it's weird. You see that kind of a panic play coming out from Lunchbox when you realize that he wants to just slow play that with the shotgun, but the strongholds was so close to being captured, he wanted to contest and was responding to the call-outs. So it's just very unfortunate for Lunch that he had to get aggressive on that scenario because of the situation. Instead, he would have really liked to value his life just a little bit more, but at least Evil Genius is able to get a couple of picks here, which isn't easy to do. That's going to be 3 dead for Splyce, so really fantastic push after not having control for EG, and you do have some weird spawns coming over here towards the lift because a player Shotzi was still over towards the Nest side. So is that going to play out into their favor? It looks like it's not, because Evil Geniuses is doing a great job of holding top and getting Nest. Contra going to get the kill onto Boo Boo, and that's going to be a triple cap here for EG.
Shotzi picks up a double as well. Finds that's going to be Tuga. 4. Does he get the triple? I don't think he does, but he does get 3 members of Evil Geniuses down. That allows his teammates just to kind of play off around him. Now they can try and cut off this triple cap that is racking points up. It's given Evil Geniuses the lead. Shots coming in thick and fast on Contra. Shotzi forced to run bottom mid. Has no shields, has no life. Don't know how he's staying alive for so long. Shotgun and camo finally. Evil Geniuses do eliminate him so they can keep on pushing points, keep control of bottom mid. I'm going to let you take away this, Tom. Who do you want to look with?
I'm on board with Roy, who just picked up the shotgun that Shotzi ended up dropping, and that was a little bit of a misplay coming out from Shotzi. Having camo shotgun is very valuable, but Falcated just gave Lunchbox the business for the double kill. There's a player bottom center that helps secure that. Contra's going to drop the Shotzi's battle rifle, but look at those Roy shots flying in. As Lunchbox was flying in, but his twin brother having a lot more success than he is currently. And that's going to be Boo Boo Doo getting the kill onto Ogre 2 as Contra and Roy work towards bottom center. Great job again by Evil Geniuses taking control when they shouldn't be.
Yep, but we did see Splyce taking, you know, the triple cap, and that has brought them right back into this one. They've kept the 2 plot, and now that are slowly but surely ticking down the clock, we will see 2 members. It's going to be Roy and Ogre 2 making their way over to Courtyard. They will put that back in the hands of Evil Geniuses, but while this is all going down, Tom, bottom mid, it goes back in the hands of Splyce. The call-out comes in. The medal for the Protector comes up as well for Roy. Assist goes down. Falcated challenges, accepts it, turns around. Does get answered back by Contra at least. In the meantime, while all this is going down, we just got Boo Boo Doo. He's just sitting happy. Top mid, 1, 2. There's a second, looking for the triple. Knows exactly where it is. Contra's down there. Takes him out as well. Yes, he does indeed. The Boo Boo Doo literally just taking full control of top mid, and that's allowed his team to capture bottom middle. Doesn't actually get stuck. Still staying alive. Look at the map movement. Thrusts out of the way, then ducks down. Roy finally will eliminate him. However, while all this is going down, we just got Shooter being super aggressive and just picking up where everyone else left off.
Yeah, that's the key word, is aggressive here. That's what Splyce is going to need to do, because that's what favors the way that they play, their play style. So let's see if they want to answer here. Look at this. If Shotzi would have realized all of the player outlines, everyone from Evil Geniuses has pushed over towards the loop. And one of the things that can really punish this is a hard yard push over here. So Shotzi elects to shoot a grenade, or throw a grenade, excuse me, instead of wait for the back smack over there, and does damage to himself. It doesn't matter. He still lays down shots onto Roy and even baits out Lunchbox down towards the Prius. So should be any second here where Lunch is going to die, and that's going to even bait the rest of Evil Geniuses over towards bottom center. So if Splyce plays their cards right, they should be able to slay all these guys out of bottom middle and get the reset while maintaining control here. So here it is. That's a shotgun guy though. Tuger, heads up play by him, bringing the power weapon into the power position of the map and trying to lock that down.
Needs to be careful though. Shotzi around the corner. Grenade goes down. Does have some teammate for some support though, but look at those grenades coming straight across from the opposing driveway. In the meantime, Yard has been recaptured, but they do manage to take down bottom middle. 1-2 players though. Here comes Tuga with the aggressive push. Misses the first shotgun. Beatdown comes in. Get answered back by Roy. Can Roy pick up this second kill? It'd be absolutely huge if he can. No, he cannot. But it's Contra who's the savior. Shotgun in hand, just diving down, going to worm his way back up to top mid. Gets the call out, goes in for the assist, takes down Shooter. One person dropping straight off driveway. That's Falcated, who's forced to be pushed back. Great teamwork. The bullets, I'm not entirely sure what that is. They're just supporting Contra, forcing one player away from him. A little bit overzealous with that shotgun, unfortunately. Just did whatever he could do, but I believe that's 1, 2, 3 members of Evil Geniuses, and the Tuga, unfortunately, lamb to the slaughter quite literally as he gets blown apart up on S4.
Oh, Boo Boo Doo is just going off right now. He's eventually going to drop to a grenade from Roy, but Shotzi can find that camo perfectly at 24. This could be huge for Splyce over here. They have control of the map. Nice assassination coming in from Shotzi. He still is full shields too, so he can put down some more damage if he wants, but he's just going to go for the nest instead. There it is, perfect shots on the Lunchbox. I'm sure Roy was calling that one out, not sure what Lunch was trying to do there. Looks like he wanted to go over towards the yard, and this is it. 28 more points for Splyce. They have camo, they have position on the map. This is all theirs.
Yep, just rock and roll now as Shooter just absolutely smacks Control around with the AR. Tuga is coming off the spawn over from Hotel. Will drop down bottom mid. Gets a call out as well. Just really messy plays and a bit of a scramble for bottom middle now. If Evil Genius can get this, then they can probably make something of this game and stay alive. But if they don't, it's dangerous, dangerous territory, which they do. And I expect him just to really push on in here. Tuga does take down Shotzi with a shotgun once again. Falcated with a big double kill, though, with one grenade. So that's 3 members of EG down.
Yeah, it is, and Shooter is aware of where Contra's coming from. He's going to take him out. There it is. 88 points and counting over here. One more push for Evil Geniuses. They're all charging towards the yard. Interesting strategy here. They have hotel spawns too, so they're going to be taking way too long by charging all the way around towards the loop. They don't have the luxury of being able to take whatever routes that they want here. Bottom middle is going to get reset. Is there anyone pushing over towards the nest? No, everyone's stuck over towards the blue ramp. Desperation going to set in any second here from EG if it hasn't already. There it is. They're just easy pickings down towards the bottom of the map. All they got to do is get in here and contest this for a split second longer, and that should be game. There it is. Defeat coming in on your screen. Victory if you are Splyce. Let's take a look at the stats. Quick little peek. Nothing really standing out there except Roy not hitting double digits.
Shotzi, please. Once again, topping the charts. Someone did get a triple kill in that one. That was Boo Boo Doo Boo, but yeah, some awesome work from, in fact, the whole.
For Roy, that's a lot of assists. I mean, looking at his team had 18 assists combined. So, you know, 9 and 17, not really saying much there for how much damage he was putting down for the team. 2,500 damage overall. But yeah, I mean, Shotzi, Boo Boo Doo Boo, Shooter, all these guys really stepped it up, Sims, on that side. I don't know if you saw the triple kill for that barrel kill at the end. Really, really changed the tide of things. And then picking up that camo for Shotzi was really big as well.
Awesome stuff from all of Splyce. Not the best of games from EG, 14 and 19 out of Contra. That's quite a lot of deaths, 14 and 13. 9 and 17 from Roy, but as you mentioned, 16 assists. When you get an assist like that, doesn't kind of shuns off the 9 and 17 a little bit. 15 and 15 from Tuga, pulling neutral at the end. But
yeah, I mean, when you combine Roy's assists and, you know, kills, he's touching 25 kills there combined. When you look at everybody else, I mean, Lunchbox 18 combined, 19 for Contra, and then you look at Ogre 2, 26. So, you know, or 24 actually, excuse me. So Roy definitely assisted and pushed the most damage and shots on anybody, but unfortunately for him, didn't have the best KDA. But either way, I mean, all things considered, Sims, what did you think of that first game? Is that enough to tell us how the rest of the series is going to be able to go, or is it still too early?
I mean, it wasn't necessarily a complete whitewash. 167, it still shows that Evil Geniuses do have signs of life. However, they need to really be shutting down an individual, and that individual is in the form of Shotzi. When he's allowed just to roam around and do whatever he wants. I mean, I say individual on that one, 15, 16, 16, and 17 out of all of the players. They just need to slay a little bit more. Now, whether that comes down to communication and just buddy system and working on, on their teamwork a little bit, I don't know, but yeah, certainly the raw slaying power of Splyce, it's really, really going to be a problem here for Evil Geniuses. And, we're moving into a team Slayer. Let's see if they can answer back.
Here it is, Slayer on Eden. Blue team most likely going to be able to get that sniper rifle. You're going to see a lot of setting up over towards the security side and waiting on the blue platform. Starting this off with the man that did the most damage for Evil Geniuses in the previous game. That is going to be Roy. Roy is going to avoid 2 grenades. Lay down some nice shots onto Booba-Dooba. That sniper rifle still is on the map. Who's going to be able to grab that one? Shotzi does, but he is really weak, having to sit inside the blue window, just crouching, waiting for an opportunity. And he rips Lunchbox's face off. Are you kidding me? If he kills Roy, this is going to be insane. Shotzi gets out of that situation somehow. We got to switch on over to him and see what's going on. What a play.
Can we just appreciate that he literally just sat in that corner, hard scoped in over the tiniest ledge and just absolutely blamed Lunchbox. Cracked him between the eyes. Down he went. You got Lunchbox creeping around. He's been tagged up. No scope comes in. New patch. That's not going to land this time round. Does find Tuga in the window. Scopes out. Scopes back in.
Wow.
Ends his life as well. 1, 2, 3 members of EG. Their bodies hit the floor. 6-3, 11. Only 1 minute into the game. Tuga comes off the spawn. And unfortunately, the goat does get butchered. That was not nice.
Yeah, and Shotzi was ready for the spawns, immediately looking where Ogre 2 is going to eventually pop up, and now Ogre 2 just going to crouch and slow play it. I'd like to point out he also lost the rockets in the red window. That was a huge snipe for Shotzi, and no one was able to grab those rockets, however, so I'm not sure if he was out of ammo or what, but what I love is this aggressive play coming in. He's now pushed over towards the catwalk area, which everyone's going to be assuming that he's sniping from the blue platform. So now he gets called out. Now it's time to rotate. Go right back onto where you were going before, onto that blue platform. Perfect plays. Now the other thing that he can do, Sims, is go into that ledge. Remember where Frosty picked up that awesome double kill looking over towards the rockets? That's another really great route to take it, and what do you know? This is what he's going to do.
Oh.
Maybe I should play this game.
Look, it's as if you know what you're talking about, Tom. Look at that. Straight scopes in exactly where you mentioned, because the rockets are landing. Contra jumps up, stays alive. Rockets, though, they've been combat evolved, so I'm looking to see whose hand they will land in. We've still got this little cheeky battle. Oh, back of the head for Roy. Down he goes. Booba-Dooba comes in on Tuga as well. Falcated's been super aggressive on Lunchbox. He's forcing him out, beats him down. Contra, last man standing for Evil Geniuses as Roy does spawn over there on platform. Does give shots to the hot 5. To the back of the skull. Down he goes. But one member of Splyce will pick up that sniper rifle and at least rotate back here. But they're getting kills. A couple can keep getting answered back by Evil Geniuses. It's not a massive scoreline, Tom, but certainly, it is a small deficit here that we can see, and the Slayers kind of are going in the way of Splyce at this moment in time.
Yeah, one of the big moments there was you said that all these guys were dying, and you're correct. Oh my Shotzi, did he just do that to Roy? Did he almost do it to Lunchbox as well?
Yeah.
Jeez, that was a triple kill right there. Shotzi is going off 7-2. I want to see what's going on with Falcated because he just picked up the sniper rifle. But anyway, Shotzi wasn't watching the blue platform spawn. That's the problem. The area that he was holding for majority of the time, that's where Roy ended up popping back up. So that's just really unfortunate for him that he wasn't able to watch those spawns. But either way, Falcated doing a nice job, staying alive as long as he can. That buys time for someone to get the beat down onto Ogre 2. Let's switch on over to someone from Evil Geniuses. Contra over here outside trying to fight multiple players there from the side of Splyce. So he's going to have to back off. Now, good thing for EG is they finally have made their way over towards security, but Splyce does hold blue.
Yep, so he's just going to kind of camp back for a little bit, which is absolutely fine because, Lunchbox now has found himself a sniper rifle over inside red window. So they're only down by 5. It's really not that big of a deficit at all. However, Shooter is hot on the pursuit here. Lunchbox is going to challenge it a little bit. You mentioned over Contra. Contra's just waiting for the right moment to pounce, and there it is. But unfortunately, Falcated smacks him in the back of the head. Down he goes. Shooter also in the kill feed with the BR. Let's take a look at Shooter's POV. Fresh rockets as well, Tom. And look at this aggression. Just diving on into the spawn. He gets the call out of where Contra is. Needs to watch his back. No one turns up. Roy's down there as well. Checks his corner, which is fantastic. Now he just needs to find where this one player is. Just guesses it, really. Dumps him on the side. Takes him down. And all of a sudden, we've got this one-on-one battle going over. Falcated picks up the double. And now the scoreline is really starting to speed up a little bit. We mentioned before it was pretty even neck and neck. And then it went to, you know, around the 5-kill mark. Now, all of a sudden, we're at 11 kills. Power weapons. You got rockets in the back pocket of Shooter. And if we jump on over to Shotzi's POV, Tom, have a guess what he's got.
Yeah, he's got the sniper rifle just sitting and posturing over towards the catwalk area looking for Lunchbox. Can he find the headshot? He does. Misses the first one, but connects on the second one. There's also a player crouching down below him, going for the no-scope, and this guy's reaction time is extremely quick. You can see just constantly going for the snapshots. No fear over here, locking down this bridge area, and this is what you want to do. So much confidence in this area. Know the spawns, know that they're not going to pop up behind you, or if you think that they are, just turn around right at that second that they are, and you're going to influence the spawns. Instead, everybody is outside. You have the height advantage. Perfect play here for Shotzi to get some plays.
Yep, and I think the one thing that I want to kind of call out, Tom, is how his entire... Oh, wow. One person goes steamboating across, and he still manages to get a tag on it. Grenades are going to come in. Jumps up, crouches. That player still roaming around, just at the speed of light.
Wow.
Roy, my God, just the tiniest gap. You give this kid an inch and he'll happily take a mile every single time.
Yeah, Shotzi definitely shops at Baby Gap.
It's incredible. This man is incredible. Certainly doing exactly what you mentioned before, Tom, because he knows the rockets are going to be dropping in 3 seconds' time. One player doesn't land the shot, but he gets a second chance to bait because those rockets didn't get picked up. Clearly his bullet just upset a player for a second. Second bullet missed. But he doesn't really have to move. They're 31-16. Why would you bother pushing in aggressively? Why would you give away the sniper rifle and an easy death?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, perfect play coming out here from Splyce. There's no reason to make any mistakes. Let evil geniuses make the mistakes for you. So this is just, again, textbook plays coming out. And Shotzi, he's just, you know, there's no one like him. He's definitely a unicorn. The way that he plays, the way that he's completely aggressive and confident in his play. We're definitely going to see if we eventually see a matchup between Splyce and Cryptic. I cannot wait to see 1v1s between Shotzi and Destroy. Those are going to be some really epic 1v1s up close. I
don't know if you just caught for it in the kill feed there, Tom. There was a double kill coming off one of the barrels up on Snipe. Falcated blew the barrel up and took out Tuga and Roy at the same time. So two for one on the barrel. That's not great when you are so far down. Falcated again with another double. Every time we're looking at his kill feed, it's just Falcated. So I'm going to go onto his POV. SMGG up on this top platform. One player below him. Sees him on the radar. That's going to be Contra. Dives on it. Oh, Contra. Did he ninja him? Or was that accidental?
I don't know. I didn't see. I'm watching Boo Boo Doo Boo's screen. He's got the sniper rifle over here outside red. And he's also got the Hydra. So curious to see what he's necessarily looking for. Thought there was maybe a player crouching down below him or something like that. There's no camo on this Boo Boo, so I don't know why he's so paranoid, but this is a very commanding lead. 20 kills here for Splyce. I mean, they are in complete control here, Sims.
I mean, I've heard of the T2 combo, and I've heard of the Ogre combo, but that's certainly a different one. Hydra and Sniper. It's
yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that one.
It's interesting.
I'll let Boo Boo Doo Boo have that combo, yeah.
The Boo Boo combo. At least it's long range, you know what I mean? You can try and tag someone up round a corner. Or if you can get a straight beeline on him. Doesn't get any kills whatsoever. I'm still... Whose POV you want, Tom?
I am taking a look at what's going on with Roy. Evil Geniuses, they have to go on some sort of spree. Virtually at least 3 of their guys are going to have to go on killing sprees. Roy and Contra have already gotten about 2 or 3 in a row for themselves. So maybe if Lunchbox can get something going, or maybe Tuger can get something going, you're looking at 3 players potentially being on killing sprees, and that's what you're going to need to get back into this. But only 3.5 minutes left. Yep,
not a lot of time and a hell of a lot of work to do. Let's see how they get along. 29-43. I'm looking at Roy's POV just to see what's going to go down. But as we've mentioned previously, why bother rushing? Why bother pushing? I can hear the footsteps of 2 players, and I think so can Roy, and that's why he's just checking to his left-hand side. Shotzi's just chilling over there by Nest. 2 players, you can hear the thrust. He also sees the bullets coming over his head. Hears them also, so he knows that it's more than likely shooter, seeing as he's always using that light rifle. One-on-one battle here with Falcated. Tuga's got a fresh set of rockets as well. Picks up a double kill down in the feed. So that's 2 more clawing the way back, slowly but surely. And see Ryan outside. Look where he is, though.
Yeah.
I'm on Roy's POV, and he's not seen it. Shooter's just once again been the sneaky beaver, crouching down, not moving. And here comes the push now. Now he gets his chance, dives out, makes him pay for it. Sneaky plays from Shooter once again.
What a play from Shooter. I mean, not only buying even more time on the clock, but able to bait Roy out even further to a position where he'd be out in the open and not able to run away. And he also had a light rifle, so it was pretty confident that he was going to win that battle either way. And you're seeing a couple 2 for maybe 3 for 1 trades here and there for Evil Geniuses, but as long as you're going to see at least a kill or 2 going on over to Splyce, it's not going to really mean much because there's just so much time dwindling away. 2 minutes only left on the clock over here. 12 kills. You're gonna have to see everybody virtually die on the side of Splyce and nobody die on the side of Evil Geniuses in order for them to win this game.
Well, there's still a chance, and we see that Hydra pop in. We got Lunchbox with a fresh set of rockets, pushing aggressively on to the spawns here as he's diving up through the sneaky. In fact, he's rotating back around, which was interesting. I thought it was going to move forward, but clearly he's just pushed back, try and get some information from his teammates. However,
yeah,
look at where all of Splyce are, Tom. They're all in tower.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful that he doesn't trade, though. That's the #1 thing, is he can get aggressive with these rockets, but if he ends up even getting too close for some sort of splash damage, then he's going to get cleaned up really, really quick. So really great plays coming out from Lunch, staying alive around the corner, making sure he's not overextending too much. Contra's pretty far out of position, though. I'm a little bit worried about him. He's going to get hit with a couple grenades. That's going to give hit markers on over to Splyce. And Contra, again, he is definitely most susceptible to dying here. And there it is. Boo Boo Doobu's going to pick up the kill. Contra just completely out of position there. There's no reason for him to even be crouching outside red there besides working with Lunchbox. And he even crouched too far over towards red to get eyes on there. So that play just made 0 sense. Either way, taking a look at the stats, Lunchbox and Tuger, not their best performance. Combined -4 for Ogre 2 and -8 there for Lunchbox. So -12 overall in a game that they lost by 8. Meanwhile, the story of the last couple series, it's been all Shotzi and all Splyce here, Sims.
I think the main thing that we have to note about Shotzi, fair enough, you know, it's instantly, he's bagging kills left, right, and center, 16 kills on the board, 5 assists also. But for me, Tom, it's about how little deaths he has every single time. It kind of reminds me of a Ryan Noob stat. You look at, he's always got the kills, but he always has very little deaths also. So double-digit positive there, putting 6 points, essentially. You know, it's all about, we mentioned it's a two-way street. You can look at your kills, but it's also about keeping down those deaths also. 16 and 8 in a Team Slayer. That is a phenomenal stat line that you want to be putting up in game number 2.
Yeah, it really is. I'm a little concerned when I look at these headshots and I see only 1 headshot coming out from Ogre 2, and then 2 or 3 of his kills were rocket kills. So, you know, I'm looking at these pistol battles and the way that these guys are shooting from Splyce, and it seems like they are actually out individually talenting them, which you wouldn't actually expect here. Sims, you're looking at some of the most renowned players, you know, in the world. Roy, Lunch, Ogre 2, Contra, he's known for his shot. Roy's known for his shot. But all I'm seeing is shooter, falcated, you know, Boo Boo Doo Boo. Whenever it's these 1v1s, they're backing these guys down, or they're just completely outplaying them while maintaining a majority of their shields. But let's just go back to the beginning of that game where Shotzi was the last guy alive, Sims, or not one of the last guys alive, but he was getting pinched really, really tight by both of the Brown twins, Lunch and Roy, pushing over towards Blue Catwalk. No scopes Lunch, or quick scopes Lunch, whatever you want to say, whether he's hard scoped in or not, immediately rotates and stays alive and then just goes off. What a play by him.
I mean, including that play, you have to look at what happened next. So he got the call out. He did stay alive, but it was, you know, the call of Gondor was answered. His teammates came from behind, flooded that top catwalk area, and just supported him, took down the 2 players that were moving on him, and he was just allowed to do what he wanted. For the entirety of the game, he was just moving between platform and top cat, just wandering back and forth with that sniper rifle, just really doing what the hell he wanted. But yeah, when the going gets tough, you know, the tough gets going, so to speak. He was no shields whatsoever. He was forced into that corner, and he knew where players were going to come from. So he hard scoped, he locked in there, waited for somebody to push, show the face. He got his one shot, one opportunity, and he made it count. He absolutely ripped off Lunchbox's face, and that just became the story of the game, to be honest. Another one was Tuga coming off the spawn on Blue Bend. Literally, as soon as he spawned, bam, out of the game, deleted instantly.
Yeah, and this is it for Evil Geniuses. If they're not able to win this series, they are not making it to Worlds. This is the losers bracket, guys. This is not the winners bracket. I know these teams are stacked. A lot of people would predict that this would be a grand finals matchup, but waiting in the grand finals, that is Team Cryptic. So just a crazy turn of events here, as no one really expected these guys to come out as strong as they did, just completely running through all of the top dogs in the bracket, beating Evil Geniuses, beating Allegiance, beating Splyce. And everyone always talks about, oh, the brackets, they're so easy or they're so hard. Cryptic literally had the hardest bracket that you can ask for in this entire tournament, and they still are in the grand finals. So props to those guys. And props to all the teams that really competed today. I mean, there were so many entertaining matches. It started with, I was watching Flamesword stream a little bit earlier today. We even saw Ace hop in and was commentating some games with Kyle and with Caster Butters. So that was, really fun to watch too. A lot of people getting involved, community getting involved. Make sure you guys tweet the stream. Use that hashtag HaloWC. You guys know the link. You're already watching it. This is game number 3, CTF Truth. We have to start this one off with someone from Evil Geniuses. And let's go with Ogre 2.
All right, then let's have a look at Ogre 2's POV. Hand scoping down, looking at camo. Grenades going in, no hit markers are found. One player above him, though. It's actually going to be behind him now. The call comes out. Contra takes out Shotzi as well. It's not a game of Slayer, though. It's a game of capture the flag. Tuga goes steamboating in, a little bit overzealous there as the grenades come in thick and fast. Down he goes. At least he gets one answer back. Roy will take up his position. Falcated, though, crouching under the base. And look at these two players. They're just throwing grenades straight into P2. They know Roy's still there. Does get his shields back. Oh, lovely shots from him. Both players are no shield whatsoever, but no one's there to help him out. Tuga goes steaming down bottom mid. And I tell you what, Shooter happily takes that kill. That was, if you're going to go jumping in bottom mid, you got to be prepared to... It's a death box, right?
It sure is, and I just like to point out, CTF Truth, this is something that should be a bread and butter go-to here for Evil Geniuses. If they cannot win this game, I am really worried about them. Being down 3-0, some of the things that happened already in this series with that double barrel kill that happened in Eden, the amount of pressure that Shotzi's been putting on, the way that Splyce has been playing. Splyce is finally showing their true form. They started off today so slowly. I was so worried for them that they were going to get eliminated, even by, I think it was Baby J's team a little bit earlier. So now they are going full steam ahead, putting that flag in 1.5 minutes, already up 2-0 in the series. Great start here for Splyce.
And I like what Shooter just did there. Fair enough. Lunchbox got a bit of a decent spawn to be able to stop that one, but he didn't drop the flag. So initially, Evil Geniuses didn't have any information where the flag was running. Contra has sword on the opposing side of the map. He's also got help above him from P side. He's actually just been completely whitewashed. The one person to save the game here can be Lunchbox, who has literally just saved the flag cap. 2 minutes into the game, he's got a kill. He just steamboated towards that flag, took down, I believe it was Shooter, and now he's coming back with an aggressive stance. Goes for the new combo, grenade goes in, Falcate comes up a little bit too early, but he says, you know what, Lunch, if you want a piece of this, my friend, I'll give you it. Perfect sim. And now we'll see 2 members of Evil Geniuses running the flag all the way over on P Street.
Perfect run here by EG. Everyone aware of the overextenders as well. That should be a cap for them, and maintaining control if they want to. So Roy going to go P3, rain down some fire on the people pushing over towards the pink side. That's the right play coming out from Splyce as well. And they even get the kills with the grenades. So some amazing throws coming out from the Splyce side, and aggression coming out. Lubaduba, can he win this 1v1 against Tuger? Gets the trade. Tuger gets the reversal. Nice job there by Tom Ryan. And also Falcated completely aware of this person charging in. That's Lunchbox. Predicted. Shotzi with the grenade as well. Seeing some fantastic grenades coming out from Splyce.
Yeah, I'm just watching Shotzi's POV because he's just smashing everybody at the moment. However, does finally go down. Shooter's forced to back off as well. Here comes the Evil Genius's aggression, forcing Splyce out of the base and back into the respawn screen. There's one member left alive. Just taking a look at what's going down. Let's have a look at Tuga's POV. He's fighting a one-on-one battle. Does get some help from below in the form of Roy. Roy ticks up that 1v1 battle. One person's going to run into the Eli above him. So grenades are coming down. They now know exactly where Tuga is. You just heard the jump lift as well. That's going to be Shooter, so he needs to stay alive. Tuga, last person alive here. Ground pound gets teed up. Doesn't find its mark. Misses the beatdown also. And that's going to be Tuga eliminated while the flag is still on the move. Contra, the only one in position, Tom, to try and save this.
Ooh, he picked up the double kill, though. Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo didn't have the angle because of top center blocking his view, but he does have some really nice assault rifle shots, and there is a spawner on the flag, so he's going to end up dropping. Nice defense coming out from Evil Geniuses, and a very nice job by Contra flanking around towards P3 and stopping that flag cap. Lunchbox came up big for one return. Contra coming up big for the other one, but either way, you're seeing some really aggressive plays coming out from Splyce, and again, that is the key word for Splyce, is aggression. If they can apply that, they are going to be flying all over and making it very difficult for these guys on Evil Geniuses to keep up with the callouts. Very reliant on the communication there is Evil Geniuses, so we'll see if that's going to be able to swing back in their favor. Roy finds the double kill with the battle rifle. You have Tuger here with the sword. He should be able to pull this one. He's, oh, stopped by Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo. Nice nade by him. Nice defense from Splyce.
Having a look to see who's still alive. Roy's POV at the moment. He is staying alive, but only just flashing away. All of a sudden, oh, one shot there for, oh, Shooter. Oh my God, stays alive. So he'll take out Roy, get him out of the base, picks up the BR as well, starts laying into Lunchbox, down bottom mid, tags him up. So we're looking for the call out. No ammo left whatsoever. So, oh, well, I'll just try and find some more. You know, there's still nothing here, but we've got an AR, so it's all good, boys. We'll carry on. Does jump out bottom mid. Interesting play is always that death pit what I spoke about before. You just instantly get seen from every single angle, and bullets come at you 6 ways from Sunday. However, 2 more players are above him on the radar. Will jump up with the storm rifle in hand. He's going to light these players up, but he needs someone there to clean up. It's Tuga who's answering back. There's a one-on-one battle going on top mid. Contra has just won also, but it's going to be Falcated running the flag, Tom.
Yeah, Falcated has the sword. Does he get the kill? He does find one on to Contra. That sword is down, though. Tuger having to overextend from the car side. Flag down P1. Roy getting really big over down towards that P side. That's going to allow Ogre 2 to flank, but he's ran right into a player that was spawning behind him. That's Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo. However, the flag does get returned because of Roy the Lion coming up clutch with a couple of kills. Contra found that sword and made his way into the Splyce base here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds. That means that camo should be dropping here any second. Complete control in the favor of Evil Geniuses. However, Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo is able to get a kill onto Ogre 2. Now there's going to be a couple of trades back and forth over here. Looks like the flag is still out, and there isn't anyone able to return it quite yet from Splyce. And Evil Genius is able to push back in.
Yep, I'm looking to see if anyone's going to get a touch next. It's still out in the open. Personally, I think it's a dead flag unless they can get numbers and get a touch on it. It's about to be returned. One-on-one battle going down with Falcate and someone over in P2. Flag will get returned naturally. Nobody from Evil Geniuses overextending. 1-2. Falcate drops down, finds 3 members of Evil Geniuses staring at him. But one thing I have to mention here was the rotation that just came out of Shooter to at least try and get a stop on one player. However, Tuga's pushing aggressively on shots, so he eliminates him also, so the flag could still be moved.
That's a cap.
That's a cap. Evil Geniuses. It looks like one player's going to slam that in. And there you have it. 2-1. Stealth cap coming out of Lunchbox. And the camo as well, Tom.
Yeah, perfect capture coming out. And it would have been so much different. So if only Shooter would have been aware that there was a player P2, because he was so caught up on the player on the Eli, that shots he was calling out, that both the players dropped underneath the base. And as soon as that happened, the no shields guy that was on top of the base ran the flag, and the guy P2 pinched both of the guys underneath the base. So very, very unfortunate timing coming out from Splyce, but very nice coordination coming out from Evil Geniuses on the other side. And now Evil Geniuses is the team with pin control and adding all the pressure. So the tables have kind of turned here. Splyce not able to capitalize on a couple of captures that they probably should have had. And now Evil Geniuses trying to get back into the series in a game that they desperately need.
Speaking of tables, it's Roy with 18 and Contra with 17, topping the kills. Make that 19 and 18. 20 for Roy. 1, 2, 3 members of Splyce. They hit the floor. Looking at Tuga's POV at this moment in time, Tom. Sword in hand. Curse of the caster. He goes down. Hands the sword over to a member of Splyce. Let's hop on board with Roy, trying to stay alive in P2. He does have some support from a player behind him. Grenades going in. The P1 push comes through, though. Shotzzy takes out P2 and P1 also as a double kill for him. He's inside the base. Contra still fighting battles over here inside P2. But it's going to be Shooter who answers him back. And now we got Roy just trying to stay alive. Excuse me, Lunchbox in his base, but he's getting tagged up pretty hard. The Shooter, finally, they've pushed the player out of P2. Now they can move forward. Evil Geniuses, they do have the lead, but when you've got Shotzzy getting kills like that in the kill feed, Tom, that's 3 down for EG.
Yeah, it is, and Roy, who's going huge this game, has a huge flank on the P3, just as Contra did before. He's going to find a kill with the battle rifle, laying down some more shots. Can he get the kill onto Shotzzy? No, but he weakens him enough, at least to buy some more time for Ogre 2 and Contra. It's a 2-on-2 now. Now it's a 1-on-1. Shooter's the last guy alive, and I don't think that's going to be able to work as Contra is able to avoid the grenades and lay down some damage. Finally, EG, when you switch to their screens, you're seeing some really solid individual play.
24 kills coming out of Roy, 21 out of Contra. Only 9 kills for Tuga, but again, it doesn't necessarily tell all the story. 20 kills for Shotzzy, 17 and 17 for Shooter and Falcated. Also, Tuga will drop down, still looking to try and get himself in double-digit figures. Roy trying to find some information by grenading up on P2. No hit markers will be found. They need to be careful, though, because Shotzzy's still prowling around with his sword in the base, Tom.
Yeah, and he's looking for the Clamor play. He's going to find Lunchbox, stays alive from the grenade from Roy. Who can pick up that kill? Boo Boo Doo Boo does, and that's going to be on to Lunchbox. So now it's P2 again, where the players have gone from Evil Geniuses. Who's going to be able to get these guys out? They run the flag P1 instead of running at P2. Shotzzy has the sword. Can he find the lunge? No, he can't. Roy is going to be able to shut that down. And Ogre 2 is going to drop, but the flag is down on the flag stand. Can Lunchbox get the touch? No, instead he overextends and dies. Roy is top center. We're all tied up 2-2, and this would be such a deflating loss for Evil Geniuses, especially when Roy, the cyborg, gets it going in a series that he's been pretty slow so far. This is the type of game that Evil Geniuses, again, desperately need. So we're going to find out a lot in this next minute and a half. Keep in mind, guys, if the score is tied, it goes into a 3-minute overtime. If it's tied after that, it will be replayed.
Roy gets the flag on the move. Lunchbox, though, with a double kill in the kill feed. Let's have a look at Lunch's POV. He's going to drop that and grab the sword so he can run this flag a lot faster. There you go, Speedy Gonzalez. He's away now, but they need to get their flag returned.
What are you doing?
Spiderweb.
Did he not see the grenade? What was that?
Ah, that's not good. That's not good, especially when one player's up here in the Eli. But they haven't seen him. They've just grabbed the sword. Lunchbox again. Another double kill. Just wipes out players inside the base. They're looking for this flag. They're hunting around. 1-2 members of Splyce are dead. Roy's about to hit a 30 bomb, but on Shotzzy on the other side, he's also on 27, so he's doing work himself. Lunch with another double kill. That's 3 double kills back to back to back.
Yeah, it is, and that's crazy to think that he runs right into the splinter grenade and then somehow clutches it with back-to-back-to-back double kills and the sword kill at the end of the game to secure that one. Ogre 2 struggling to find double digits, but it doesn't matter because Evil Geniuses has finally made this series actually competitive here by winning that game. As we take a look at the stats, 23 and 23 there for Contra, 19 and 22 for Lunchbox, Roy going positive 10. Obviously, the slays heavily even there, but overall, I mean, just a bloodbath. Constantly positioning over towards the pink side, just never giving up by both squads, and eventually it's a Lunchbox, Mr. Run into the splinter grenade himself, that finishes it off with the double kills.
I mean, we spoke about Tuga not hitting, you know, double-digit figures, but still, when he's got 17 assists, you mentioned how assists are very, very important. Same on the opposing side. Boo Boo Doo Boo, 18 and 20,
24.
But 24 assists. Good God. That's a fair whack. Shotzzy, do we even question this man anymore? 27 and 18.
He's playing amazing.
He really, really is. He wants to go to Worlds, and he wants a crack at Cryptic. He wants his shot, quite literally, and he wants to go to Worlds. He's putting up some big numbers, you know. I mean, we give him MVP before. He could be well on the way for it again. But Evil Geniuses, Tom, they've answered back. They've proven, you know, that Splyce are not unbeatable in maps, and that's going to give them some confidence moving forward.
Yeah, that was a must-win for Evil Geniuses. Not technically, but going down 3-0, going into Eden Strongholds, ouch, that would have been extremely rough. Now they're going in with a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence. They need to get Ogre 2 going because he's had a really slow series so far. I'm sure he's doing a great job communicating and being a leader, but you're going to have to pull your weight a little bit more in the kill department, a little bit more in the slaying department, especially going into a game type which takes a lot of control. So here it is, Eden Strongholds. Red team should be able to secure the overshield, should be able to get control in the beginning of the game. We'll see what the strategy from blue side is here for Boo-Boo and the rest of these guys from Splyce. Last time, they sent a guy onto the windowsill and charged a couple of guys catwalk, pre-grenaded where Roy was going to go, kind of expecting something very similar.
So I'm pretty sure the score previously when these two matched up was 4-1 at Vegas. Will we be seeing the same again? Or can Evil Geniuses clutch it up? It'd be good for them to take this map and tie the series up 2-2 because it'd be really giving them a game and really proving to them that they can beat these guys. They're not unbeatable. You know, it's so much on the line for both these rosters.
Really
so
is.
much on the line. For every single roster, in fact, that's entered this competition globally, it means everything. You know, the Halo World Championships, the height of the competition, $1 million prize pool on the line. It's a whole lot of cash.
Sure is. All right, let's go with a little bit of Ogre 2 point of view. Again, we were seeing if he could get it going. What is going to be the play? Who's going for the overshield? It looks like that's going to be Contra, and he burns that one. So really nice plays coming out from the blue side. Able to get 2 kills for 1 and get them to burn the overshield. Now Ogre 2 going to have to make his way over towards outside red. And what's going to be the play? Is it going to be a rocket play? It looks like it is. Gets in a 1v1 against Shotzi and challenges just a little bit too much. Boo-Boo going to get that pick. And now looks like Splyce making their way towards the rockets as they're putting pressure on the map with points as well. Holding down that catwalk, holding down that blue bend over here. Should have the rockets as well. It looks like Boo-Boo has those, so let's go on over to Boo-Boo's screen.
Yep, Boo-Boo then. Oh, because of the cast out. Let's take a quick look at Tuga's POV, because if he survives this, that's a huge kill. Reversal onto Shooter. That's going to help him assist the Royborg moving in. They can both double cap on this plot, and that will really put the big momentum swing here for Evil Geniuses. That play essentially working together has just given them the triple cap. They can. It's a good chance to really get some good points here, Tom. Obviously, that's going to rock up at 2 points opposed to 1 each tick. And now we may see the score escalate, depending on how long we keep it for.
Shooter just destroyed Roy with the rockets. Sorry to cut you off right there.
Oh, you good?
That was very important that Ogre 2 and Roy, the guys that you were saying, Sims, working together. Nice shots going out from Shotzi. Is he looking for more? Roy's outside blue bend and shuts it down, but it was really important for Ogre 2 and Roy, the two guys that were working together, Sims, to work together still after capping the stronghold. So many times players just forget that they need to use the teamwork that got them into that position to begin with. And now Splyce is going to open up the map. That's going to be 4 dead. Boo-Boo not aware of the spawns are behind him, so he is pretty susceptible to someone killing him from the red security side. And there it is, a flank coming in from Contra, getting the assassination. That's big because that would have been a triple cap.
Fresh rockets have just popped as well. We do see a ground pound coming out. Oh, where is it? Who's got it?
It's up right now.
There we go. Still an ongoing battle. Oh, rocket comes out. It's going to be Lunchbox. He does drop, but he takes 2 with him. And all of a sudden, Tuga's there to reclaim it. And he's got the rockets as well. Not exactly cop for how many he had in the barrel there. He's going to move over. He's got 2 in the barrel. Full OS as well. Falcated, he can take as many bullets as he like. He'll drop down that back platform, give Falcated nowhere to hide. Rocket goes down. Will it find a target? Not even a hit marker, but at least he does tag up and take control of Blue Bend. 1, 2 players. Rocket.
Oh my.
I don't know what to say to that play. It was interesting to say the least. Didn't do anything with it. He had OS, he had rockets, and yeah, not really making much of it, Tom.
Well, he bought some time for his team. That's the good news. And again, Sims, whenever the other team doesn't have the overshield and the other team doesn't have the rockets, it's always a good day. But it would have been much better for Ogre 2 to utilize those and pick up a couple of kills. But instead, he ends up going for the no shields players, and the rest of his team is there to clean it up. And Lunchbox getting extremely aggressive, charging in for the double kill. That's the type of plays that Evil Geniuses has been missing out on. And finally, they're able to start capitalizing on this. And pretty comfortable lead here, 52 points and counting. Sims in nice position over here to bait and switch with Contra. And look at that, nice job. Only 2, maybe 3 kills coming in from Contra. And that was a 2-on-3 situation right there. So they should not have been able to walk away with that many kills. And he finally gets shot down. What's going to be the play here for Splyce. It looks like finally making their way over towards security side. Holding catwalk is key here because that's going to allow you to hold that camo side and control the spawns. Boobadooboo picks up a huge double kill. Falcated working together with Shooter to control that. And now Red Nest needs to be the priority over here. Shooter has a huge flank.
Yep, I'm just looking at Shooter's POV. Moving across, goes one-on-one. He will get beaten down. I'm not entirely sure which player it was. It's actually Shotzi at the moment, who's just grenading and anchoring, rotates back. They do have 2 platforms, so they can essentially just keep these 2. And that's what he's doing. He's kind of, oh, the assists, the call-outs. Contra's there. Is he going to get the kill? He knows where he is, but he doesn't let it.
It's still there.
At least take him down.
It's still there.
He
Who's going to get it?
So well.
Who picked that up? I don't know.
That's going to be a rocket guy. That's Boobadooboo. Look in the top right-hand corner. So Boo grabs fresh rockets and he grabs a Wesper. I mean, fair enough, he didn't get the kill on Contra, but what a play to eliminate Contra, take him no shield so his teammate can at least pick him up.
That's all 4 dead for Evil Geniuses. Are they going to push the triple cap? They are. Where are the spawns? They're on the red platform. This is danger zone here for the red. Oh, they weren't able to capture red though. And he does get the reset. So I would like to see much more aggression coming out for Boobadooboo. That was a really great opportunity to pre-grenade or pre-shoot that rocket off the wall, get the triple kill, and not allow Ogre 2 to get the reset. And that small play has now opened up Blue Bend and puts points right back on the board here for Evil Geniuses. So that play right there was about a 10 to 15 point swing.
Yeah, 3 members though, getting a little bit overzealous over on EG. Tuga's the only one alive. 1, 2, 3 members of EG. Tuga, unfortunately, last man alive. He will go down as 2 members from Splyce just crush him up on top cap. Looking over here at Tower, Contra beats down Shooter. They need to get a platform. They need to get a stronghold rather quickly, Tom, because they've got a decent lead. But there's only so much that cushion will do because, you know, Splyce are just ticking away quite happily and steadily, and they'll keep slaying until they win the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say because you do have the Overshield, Rockets, and Camo coming up here soon, so it's not the end of the world for Evil Geniuses. They can just slow play this and say, hey, we don't need to capture the strongholds, we need to refocus on control. And it looks like they're trying to get over towards that catwalk area. Shotzi with kind of a questionable challenge. Could have stayed alive there, and there it is, finally for Evil Geniuses. They actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only do they capture catwalk, but Lunchbox also secures the rockets.
Contra turning up this game, 17 kills, 15 for Lunchbox. Tuga struggling a little bit. He's only got 2 kills, but you know what? He's got 4 captures. He's at the top of the board for his team, regardless, doing the objective work, taking control, and being the leader that this roster needed. In the meantime, while all that's gone down, if Contra gets this reset, he doesn't, but still, he may be able to force Boobadooboo back. They did get the triple cap for a few seconds.
Oh my gosh, they're all there. If he wants to get the overkill, it's pretty much free. Wow. Guzzit taken down to no shields, does stay alive, so very heads-up play by Shotzi. There's the triple cap now coming out. Oh. He does drop to Ogre 2, though, so Ogre 2 coming up big. Let's switch on over to him. He also has the camouflage as well, so how's Ogre 2 going to play this one? Where is he going to elect to go? Makes his way over towards the catwalk, has a player on his screen. That's going to be Shooter. This is big for Ogre 2. He needs to win this battle. He needs to capture this catwalk. He has another player capturing the Blue Bend as well. Here comes help over towards the catwalk. That's going to be both Blue Bend and Cat going on over. This is pretty much all Ogre 2 right now. He has to defend this right here with the camo.
Playing super sneaky, just going to be crouching on pipes. He's got 1 player there. Gets the call out. Shotzi's there, jumps around. He's got the brute PR. They will get a trade-off, but unfortunately, we're going to have Shooter there to at least answer back. It's all on Contra to make this kill count. He doesn't quite do it as they do transfer back on Catwalk. They've got a 5-point lead. That's going to instantly fall if they don't get something back ASAP. They are transferring Evil Geniuses. Who's that going to be? That's Lunchbox dodging bullets left, right, and center. Grenade comes in. Someone's still alive up there, so a big brawl going down for Catwalk. Shotzi also grabbing a reset over on Nest. And I think this is dangerous ground here.
What a nade. This is just, looks like we're playing Empire Strongholds and these guys are going for the pit, but this is Eden and they want that catwalk area. hopefully no one forgets about that overshield because of the fact that this is so intense. Keep in mind, rockets are still sitting on the map. Everyone's been going for the catwalk over and over again. No one's even considered for going for control. That's going to be Shotzi going for the rockets. He's going to have them. Ogre 2's going to rotate over towards outside in the blue bend. That is not the right play here. He's going to want to try to make his way over towards the catwalk. He's completely out of position over here. And Red Nest does go over, though, somehow to Evil Geniuses. Ogre 2 now the last guy alive. He's going to have to desperately get on over to Red Nest. Otherwise, this game is over. Can he get the contestant? He's going to have to Spartan charge his way in there. He Spartan charges, but it's not going to be enough, and that should be, and it is game going on over to Splyce. They are one game away from going to the grand finals. Evil Geniuses, one game away from being eliminated and not making it to the Halo World Championships. Holy cow, what a game, what a series, Sims.
That was absolutely incredible. At the end there, though, I've got to give a shout. I believe it was Shotzi who grabbed the last set of rockets. You mentioned, Tom, no one was watching that OS. He grabbed the fresh rockets. He grabbed the fresh overshield also, which just kind of solidified and sealed the deal. 21-13, 21-18. Big 2-1s over on the side of Splyce for Shotzi and Boo Boo Doo Boo. 12-17 out of Mr. Roy. Unfortunately, Tuga 5-18, but we look at the stronghold captures. He was doing quite a lot of objective work, so can't really pin that one on him. 20-20 from Lunchbox and Contra, but just, I mean, they looked good. They looked solid. For you, Tom, what kind of went wrong there for Evil Geniuses? What do you think happened?
I mean, you can't go 5-18 and expect to win a game. I'm sorry. It's just so hard. No matter how many assists, no matter how many strongholds that you capture, the name of the game is control. When you get the rockets, you got to utilize them. When you get the overshield, you got to utilize it. It's just, unfortunate to see, the greatest player in Halo history struggle in one of the most important moments of his career when he's trying to make this comeback, when he really wants to make it into this tournament with Evil Geniuses. I'm looking at him, Slayer Coliseum, to step it up here, go into beast mode like I know that he can, and try to carry these guys out through the rest of these 3 games because they really need this. They're down 3-1 over here. It's not like it's impossible, but geez, he's got to step it up.
Yeah, if they want to stay in this competition, if they want to go to Worlds, they've got to win 3 games in a row, back to back to back. No mistakes can be had. Any single mistake now spells elimination and denies this Evil Geniuses roster access to the Halo World Championship Finals 2017 in Burbank, California. Everything on the line for this roster, as you mentioned, Tom, greatest player of all time, making a comeback here out of retirement. Struggling a little bit. I hate to say it, but he is struggling a little bit, but certainly does add a lot to this roster in terms of communication and teamwork. Yeah. There are signs of life. I thought they were going to win that. I generally thought we'd be seeing 2-2 there. Everything just seemed to fall apart. Like maybe 3/4 into the game, everything just fell apart. We saw Splyce take control of the power weapons, take control of the map. It was GG from there on in.
A lot of times when you have these games like Og is having right now is because you're trying to spread yourself too thin and you're trying to do too much and you get kind of lost in the moment of responding to everything. And I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're just trying to do too much. He needs to take it back a notch, get back to the basics of playing Halo, listening, being a little bit more of a slayer. I mean, when I played against the guy in his prime, him and Ogre 1, they were just beasts with the weapons. They wouldn't miss. They didn't miss any rockets. They didn't miss any snipers. They were constantly in the best power positions. Right now, he's not running around like a goat. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and he needs to just take it back a notch, slow it down, look for the picks, look for the plays, and not have to respond to every single little thing and make some plays for himself. I know that Evil Geniuses are a very hectic team, and they put a lot of pressure on themselves, and even games that they win, they're still, at each other's throats about what they can do better. And that could be a little bit of what we're seeing too, is just a little bit of negative energy coming in and surrounding the team. And that kind of gets exploited in situations like this. So all of that stuff has to be thrown out of the window. And these guys really need to focus here because Splyce is playing out of their minds.
And this is it. If there's going to be a time to do it, it's quite literally do or die. Will Evil Geniuses get a crack at the Halo World Championship, or will Splyce be booting them out of the competition? We're about to find out. Moving on to a Quali TS. Tom, initial thoughts while we boot this one up?
Yeah, I mean, Coliseum Slayer all about getting the weapons off the get-go. Lunchbox going to be making his push over towards the rockets. I want to see Ogre 2 get the sniper rifle in his hands, or I want to see someone on Evil Geniuses get the weapons and see what they can do with them. And here's the key is if they get the weapons, they can't cough them up. They have to complete and have control because Splyce, they can go on a spree just like these guys. But let's go ahead and looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a lag out to start this one. So looks like Boo Boo Doo Boo accidentally lagged out of the game, so we're gonna get him another invite and we will start this one up very, very shortly. But yeah, gonna be huge on controlling the weapons. Evil Genius is gonna need to have a good start because I feel like they are kind of down right now. They don't have any momentum. If they aren't able to secure the rockets or the sniper rifle to start this game, you could see something really scary, like killing frenzy or something like that coming out from someone on Splyce.
Which we've seen before, and with how HWC is playing at the moment, the man's absolutely on fire. I believe, don't quote me on this, but he may have been at least 80% of the games he's been the top slayer in every single one. So give this man a sniper rifle. We saw what he did earlier on Call of TS, and I'm sure he'll do exactly the same again. So as you mentioned, Evil Geniuses, they need to get power weapon control, Tom. And once they get that, they need to just, if they can keep HWC in the death screen as much as possible. I know it's easier said than done because the man is rather slippery and just uses the frosty maneuvers to move around the map and use all the abilities just to conjure magic, and his map movement is quite ridiculous. But if they can somehow just put pressure on him and just keep killing him over and over again, just let the GOAT loose, say, all right, go focus on HWC. Easier said than done, but just keep him in death screen, keep him dead, don't let him do anything on the map. That takes away a big chunk, a big chunk of Splyce's firepower.
No, that's really key, and one of the things that I really like to listen in when I was watching Rynoob stream and Team Cryptic playing was when I was listening to Prototype's callouts. And Prototype, he doesn't call out, the most out of anybody, but his callouts are very efficient, and he's always very focused on saying the names of certain people, and that's going to have to be the key here, is calling out, hey, Shotzi's over here, Falcated's over here, so you know who you're going to get into a battle with, you know who is weak. But either way, this one is underway, and it's been a battle for the weapons so far. The rockets are going to be picked up by Falcated. Roy finds a double kill with the DMR. That's going to be weapons going on over to Evil Geniuses, and that's what they desperately needed.
Beautiful start, and all of a sudden a bullet just comes flying from Ogre 2. It cracks Boo Boo Doo Boo in the back of the head. Down he goes, 5-2. All the weapons in the hands of Evil Geniuses. Tom, they've got rockets and they've got sniper over here. I'm about to say, what do they need to do? They've just lost a full set of rockets. They pretty much give them away.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate because now Ogre 2 is starting to heat up. He got a really nice snipe on the guy over towards the rocket side, and now he hits the no-scope on the player, which is Boo Boo Doo Boo, over towards the pyramid. Lunchbox is going to come back and get that sniper back for Evil Geniuses, but that was really solid from Splyce. It could have been complete control for Evil Geniuses, and that's not the case.
Lunchbox just creeping around. Contra picks up one. Rockets come in from HWC. Gets a miss rocket. Slightly hits the floor there and goes a bit too early, so Contra takes him down. Bullet comes flying across Contra's head. 1, 2, 3 members, 4 members you can see on Contra's POV in the player outlines. Yeah, a little bit too strong there, as Lunchbox also grabbed himself a double kill. While over on the opposing side, we got Splyce. They're spawning both on the red elbow, and now they're pushing in hard.
Yeah, Boo Boo Doo Boo has a sniper rifle, but he got lit up ASAP. Didn't see that Roy pushed over towards the elbow, and the way that Evil Geniuses is playing this game, the way that this one has started, it seems like they finally are starting to use some teamwork, some baiting and switching, and they are very responsive to one another, which I feel like has been lacking in the first 4 games of this series. So finally here, you can see them starting to push and collapse on the spawns. And it's not like these guys have been completely outplayed. These games have been fairly close. It's just some poor individual performances have come back to bite EG. If they can all 4 have strong games, you're going to see this push possibly to a game number 7 here. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Splyce, still plenty of time to come back.
Splyce also got rockets in hands. We did have the sniper rifle in the hands of Roy also, but unfortunately he had 3 bullets and missed every... Well, he hit one in the body, but didn't make any kills with them whatsoever. Roy also pushed back into a corner killing spree, though. As HWC challenges him with the carbine, he absolutely destroys him mid-air, but he's getting tanked up in the back, so he needs to be careful. The shooter's creeping around the corner in maze, but he does have some support. Not entirely sure which player this from, but as he jumps out a little bit, he needs to be careful because the rocket guy crouched down inside that cave, so needs to be extremely careful. 8-kill lead, nice little buffer. The weapons are up though, Tom. This is a big push. This could extend Evil Genius's lead dramatically if they get a hold of them.
Yeah, this is looking really good for EG. Lunch and Roy, the Brown twins, are heating up. they refuse to go down without a fight. These guys have been competing for so long, and there's also been some rumors of retirement swirling around for a handful of these guys, so it would be sad to see them go out the way that they would if that is going to be the case. Keep in mind that they still are locked in for that Pro League if they want to compete and continue to do so, and there's still plenty of gas left in that tank, but has to be very heartbreaking if you can't make it into the Halo World Championships for any team, and I would imagine what the roster shuffle would be like after this. So again, Evil Geniuses, they want to continue to compete and they want to try to keep this lineup together as long as possible, but they can't do that unless they win this game.
So I'm just looking across the POVs, see what's going down. Let's hop on board with Shotzi, who's trying to stay alive. Doesn't, as Contra will eliminate him. Let's see if we can find Contra's POV. He's just running around DMR up on S3 also. Shotzi did have the fresh rockets, so those rockets more than likely going to be going in the hands of a Splyce member. You can see in the top right, it's actually Boo Boo Doo Boo. That's 2 for 2 for him. I'm surprised Contra got so aggressive on him, to be honest with you, because he knew he had rockets in his back pocket. Yeah. I believe that's actually Roy, who's just took the rockets, saw him on his back, and just run away with them.
Yeah, he sure did, and you know what? We're starting to see more aggression coming out from EG, and that's why you saw Contra kind of fly at him like that, but that's kind of what all of Evil Geniuses is doing. They're challenging a little bit more, they're playing a little bit more aggressive, they're playing a little bit more confident. That's what you're going to need to do here. You can't just fall back and let these guys continue to bait and switch and get control of Snipe Tower and things like that. So you're starting to see an Evil Geniuses with their back truly against the wall here, and this is where we're going to see what they're actually made out of here, because if they can bring this a lot closer here, being down 3-2, it's really not the end of the world. And also, game number 7 is kind of one of their strong suits. So we'll see here as Roy does have the rockets, picks up a killing spree, 11 kill lead, should find the double, and he does, gets Shotzi. Even has the triple kill down over towards the elbow if he wants it, but immediately gets lit up by the Carbine player. And they're going to have intel on that last guy alive. So this is all Evil Geniuses, and Splyce, they are going to have to split the spawns up somehow, but it's so tough when Evil Geniuses is split up so well.
3 and 8 coming out for Tuga. Again, not the most of kills, but he's got the highest assist on his team. He's up there with 8, so supporting his team where they need it most. Roy is getting super aggressive. I think he had more information there than he probably did, and that's supposed to be Lunchbox, who will come round and answer the call. Takes down 2, so it's a nice little trade-off. 25-38. Good God, who woke up EG?
Well, I think that the fact they realize they're pretty much eliminated unless they win this game, and sometimes that'll do it to you. You start really playing like your life depends on it. All of a sudden, you become the game and start valuing your life like none other, and that's what you're starting to see here. As you know, they're starting to play a lot more clean, a lot more together. And, you know, again, if they lose this game, this is going to be the last time that you're going to see this 4 play together again, most likely. So this means so much more, you know, than just winning this game. They want to get to the Halo World Championships. They want to continue to try to keep this roster moving into the pro season, but it's not looking too good for them. However, 45-30, again, they are woken up now, and that could be what they need. Maybe, you know, they have that little monster deal. Maybe they just took a little bit of a monster injection.
Well, I'm going to need one after this, definitely, because it's almost 4 a.m., but I'm on Lunchbox's POV. He's getting pushed from both sides, so he needs to be extremely careful here. Oh my God, holy clutch. Takes out the rocket guy with the snapshot punch. So he's got sniper and rockets. Personal favorite there, Tom. 1 goes in, finds 1. He smells blood. Only needs 3 more. There's another one for you, your teammates there in the form of your brother to help you out. Here comes another player. They're all just diving in. He actually got a kill, so that's Shotzi with an absolutely sick double to stay alive, pick up a fresh sniper. He's going to transfer over to the pyramid, but it's the Borg himself. Hands on, throwing grenades. 4 members of Evil Geniuses, they're all on the spawn. Shotzi's just going to rotate back. But you know what, EG, man, they only need 2 more kills. They might as well just push, and get, just, you know, they can trade off for it.
Yeah, unless maybe 2 of them fall off the map, it's going to be very impossible for these guys to come back. Lunchbox picks up a kill on a Boo Boo. Yeah, that's a nice no-scope. Not going to mean much, though, as Contra gets that final kill onto Falcated. And now, 3-2. Evil Geniuses not going quite yet. They're still in this one, moving into game number 6. So let's take a look at the stats and see what's going on. Tuger getting 4, 10, and 12, so apparently he is still struggling to find the kills that he needs, but at least he's dropping down some damage and some assists for the rest of his squad. I'm sure calling out like a madman as well. On the other side, Falcated 7 in 15, not his best performance either way. Roy and Lunch, look at those guys. The Top Gun 17 and 7, 15 and 8. Very, very strong performance coming out on Slayer Coliseum. Sims, overall thoughts from that game?
EG have proved that that play style works for them. So rolling on in to game number 6, they've just got to keep up that aggression. They've proved that, we can take these guys down, and this works. 50-37, that's a decent scoreline at one point. I can't remember what it was, but it was an even bigger scoreline than that. Did it in 8 minutes as well. 17 and 7 coming out of Lunchbox. You mentioned over the monster. He's definitely packing something in that Lunchbox, and it's doing well for him because that is an awesome stat line. 15 and 8 also coming out of Roy.
He's got a calculator inside of his lunchbox.
Literally, everything I do is literally. Literally, Tom. Well, they need to calculate something together because they're still one game away from elimination. This is game 6. Could we see a game 7? The dream is alive. Come on, EG. I want to see game 7.
I don't know. If it goes to game 7, it's Slayer on Truth, and both of these teams are very strong on Truth. We saw CTF Truth go in favor of Evil Geniuses. I'm not sure what that's going to mean if it does go to a game number 7, but either way, we're on CTF on Fathom. Game number 6, guys. Let's get into this one, and let's start this one off with someone from the Evil Geniuses side again. Let's start with Lunchbox.
Have a look. I think the one thing they kind of need out of this is Contra to do Contra stuff. Fair enough. They lost against Cryptic when they played this map, but Contra with that overkill was disgusting. He's already got Railgun in hand. He's got someone on that also. Takes down one. I've moved over to his POV, Tom. He's got somebody inside the base. That's going to be Shotzi. Takes him down as well, so that's 2. Will get the return more than likely here, but the grenades are coming in thick and fast from his right-hand side, so just needs to be careful. I very much doubt anybody will go overzealous for that flag. Checks the VAT again. Grenade comes down, so there's going to be Booba Dooba with information. Take a look further across the map.
Waiting for another grenade to come in. Like,
yeah.
How many grenades was that? Oh my gosh, and Booba Dooba finally comes in from the silo side. And can he get the kill on Roy? He does. Ooh. What an annoying play coming out from Booba Dooba, and Shooter's going to find the kill onto Ogre 2 as well. This is a really great opportunity for them to run the flag. You can see Shotzi did the jump over towards top center. Shooter's going to have a player on his radar. Booba Dooba gets a kill onto Contra. Shooter turns around and doesn't realize that someone is on the silo. That's a free kill onto Lunchbox if he wants it. He's kind of choking. Did Lunch stick him? He did. That is a big misplay there by Shooter. That should have been a free capture as Shotzi has this flag pretty darn far, Sims. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player outlines and see where the rest of these guys are. Look at Shotzi flying around. And he does put the cap in a minute and a half into the game, and also picking up a couple kills is Falcated as well. And I love this spot. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that before, but Shotzi was going up towards the top of the map to try to lay down some fire on towards top center. Ogre 2 wins that battle, gets the trade there with Shotzi. Nice job by him. So,
we will see Splyce just hammer that nail a little bit further into the coffin of Evil Genius's dreams of the World Championship. 1-0, 2 minutes into the game. And now we're probably going to get a little bit more passive. I'm looking at Lunchbox's POV, Tom, because he's about to go one-on-one with a player. The grenade doesn't find its hit marker, turns around. But another player's up. Can he get this second kill? That'd be huge. We see Roy coming in with some defense as well. Fresh railgun is up. That's going to go in the hands of Contra. Needs to make something happen with it. They really need to put it to good use. Contra jumps top mid. Takes out Boo Doo. However, Falcated instantly shuts him down and answers back. But it's just 1-for-1. 2 members down on either side, Tom.
Yeah, camo rail in the hands of Roy right now. It's very much up to him to do some serious work. He misses 1, only has 3 left here. And they're going to have the information that he's over here because now Contra has kind of screwed Roy over. Now they have information that a player is on the radar, which makes it so Roy has to really slow play this one. He gets the kill onto Falcated, but does find that one onto Shooter as well, and then gets the kill onto Boo Dooba. Lunchbox does. However, this flag is being ran by Shotzi. I don't think it's going to go very far. Roy has the camo. He could elect to go and sit on this return, and it ends up working out from Roy and Contra. I'm never a big fan of going and showing on radar near a camo teammate, but it ends up working out for him somehow.
Yep, still alive as well. Stays on the map with the clamber. Rotates back to swap out this railgun for a BR. Split Nade goes down. Just going to spiderweb up that area and hope that somebody runs into it, like he unfortunately did earlier on Truth. And now he's just going to chill in this back corner. As you mentioned, it's 1 apiece. So things are going to go a little bit more passive. He's still crouching. Shotzi runs by. Super speedy Gonzalez. There we go. Down he goes. Killing spree for Roy. That's the call for him. Time to move. BR comes down. Shooter, though, puts a bullet. So he gives Roy the information that he needs to know that someone is top middle. We'll rotate back down to bat, checking out the windows. Boo Dubu will get the call. Shotzi will answer. Puts bit of force back onto Roy to force him back. Trade off down there in the kill feed. 1 for 1. Shotzi comes back out again, but Roy's still here. One-on-one battle. Perfect kill comes in. That's lovely. Nice kill from him, and the railgun is up as well, Tom.
Yeah, Roy's doing such a good job. You can just see how skilled all of these players are with the shots that they're landing, predicting where these players are going to be. They don't have the player outlines. We have the luxury of being able to see exactly where these guys are as Lunchbox just charges straight through a grenade. And Boo finds the camo. That one picked up right around that 739 mark. He's also going to spot out, I believe, Ogre 2 has that railgun. What a grenade into the window. Takes out the railgun guy, and now Roy's trying to find that railgun for himself. Huge kill on Boo Dubu if he can get it. And no, it doesn't happen. Boo Dubu with the killing spree with that camo rail, and also running this flag. Should be an easy flag capture for these guys. All they got to do is watch the pit. They just toss it to Boo Dubu instead. What a play. Nice teamwork coming out from the side of Splyce. They are one capture away from making it to the grand finals and eliminating Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible play there from Shotzi. He just lobbed the flag and beelined it down to pit where he knew players from the opposing side of Evil Geniuses were going to be advancing from. Took down one, pushed him back while his teammate Boo Dubu just opted to pick up the flag and just pick it up where it left off, quite literally. Sticks it in the back of the net, 2-1. Evil Geniuses one flag capture away from being eliminated from the competition. Bit of a desperate pull here from Tom Ryan, as we will see the flag drop down to middle area. And that's an easy return there for Falcated. 4 alive here for Splyce. 2 were down at that current time, so minor desperate pull, but you know what? Sometimes those desperate pulls, you know, they come off, Tom.
Yeah, where that flag was down, Sims, actually a really popular call-out that I like to use is called the Bon. It's taken from Sanctuary, where Bonfire from Exit Wounds used to like to hang out and snipe. So right where that entrance is towards bottom middle, Bon is a really, really great call for those guys. But either way, that was a little bit of a desperation pull, and you got to be worried for these guys on Evil Geniuses. If you go for that desperation pull and you cough up map control, Shotzi has been on top of the objective, and you got to be worried about a counter pull there. Either way, the way that Evil Geniuses has been able to get in this has been controlling that camo, controlling that railgun. It's how he's going to have to get on top of those times and relay that message to his team.
Amontuga's POV picks up one down in pit. Easy kill for him, but he's going to take on Shopsy from top mid. He gets at least an assist and an answer in the form of Lunchbox, and he grabs himself a free railgun as well. So here comes a big push. Lunchbox, unfortunately, is having to run, so they both need to get out of there now, because at the moment it's just a death box. Grenades are coming in thick and fast. He is staying alive. Railgun in hand. 3 bullets in the chamber. Let's see what he can do with them, because this is... You know, if he can find a couple of targets, they can get a flag on the run. There's some easy kills. He just needs to connect these shots, Tom.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't have the player outlines, but he is just playing so passive right now. Not sure where these guys are. Watching his back the entire time, and then when he gets top center, they spawn behind him and charge right around from that treehouse. So just unfortunately, we're not able to get anything going, just wasting all of these railguns. Meanwhile, while he's running around virtually doing nothing, his teammates are picking up kills everywhere around the map. There it is, Ogre 2 picking up the double kill. Much needed clutch timing coming in for Ogre 2. Can he continue to push this flag? Gets his shields back. Doesn't toss that one on over to Contra, and this should be a flag capture. Missed a bunch of railguns, but hits the one that counts. Ogre 2, is that enough to be able to get this guy playing like we know that he can? Has had a very, very slow series over here, but now it is time to shine.
Look at the collapse, though, coming out of Splyce. 1, 2, 3 members just going top mid and then rushing treehouse. Oh, hello, good morning. One person just jumping up on little door there. Goes one-on-one with Tuga. Says, Falcated, get the hell out of my base, my friend. I might have no ammo in this railgun, but I'll take your BR for free. Contra takes down Shooter in the kill feed. Finds Shotzi crouching, will thrust to the left. Shotzi's been aggressive though, unfortunately. Tuga reloads. I'm surprised he did, because we both heard it. I know we can see it on the player outlines, but you can hear those thrusts coming in. Down he goes. I'll let you pick the next POV, Tom.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through to see what players are in position, and it looks like Shooter is the man right now. He's got the railgun, he's got plenty of ammo left in it. The question is where is he going to go? He has multiple players pushing on over towards his silo, grenading over towards the porch. It looks like it's going to be a defensive railgun. interesting turn of events here. Camo coming up here very shortly. Everyone from Evil Geniuses in prime position to go for this one. Shooter just takes his eyes off it as he does. Roy grabs it. This is it. Evil Geniuses could really punish for that little mistake or maybe a little bit of a misplay coming out from Shooter. Shooter still has that rail, but he is no shield, so he's just going to wait, slowly try to pick these guys apart, making sure that he doesn't give the railgun to the camo player.
Suga thrusts out of the way, railgun in hand. Contra, he's also got Roy there for some support as well. Shooter will get the reload on this railgun, scopes in hard, does shoot it off, but the player already dead, so it's a waste of a bullet. Needless to say, the player did go down. That one player that he was worried about did just get bodied across the map by HWC, so free roam of this area at the moment, Shooter, but they need to push up. Next flag cap wins, otherwise we go into 3 minutes of overtime. Everyone just kind of a little bit passive here.
Yeah, extremely passive play coming out. Shooter really is trying to value his life and make sure that Evil Geniuses doesn't push in towards the base. Looks like the strategy is to try to get the pick and then try to use the numbers, but when you play this passive, you start to get punished, and it looks like that's what Evil Genius is about to do. Roy staying alive as long as he can. Can he get the kill onto Shooter? He gets some help from Lunchbox. Boo Boo Doo Boo, it's pretty much all up to you now. Can you contest over here in a 2-on-3 situation? Can he get the kill on a Lunchbox? He switches on over to his assault rifle, doesn't find it. Oh! Almost a ninja coming in, and Ogre 2 is able to clean up. No, he's not. Shooter gives him the business, and Contra runs away with the railgun.
If he'd have done that, that would have been a cap. If he didn't landed that ninja, then that would have been a straight up cap. However, we do have a fresh railgun in the hands of Contra, top mid. We saw what he did last time with this when he had this position. 1-2 members of Splyce hit the floor. Make that 3. Time to get a run, boys, but no one's in a position. Make that 4 dead now. Lunchbox goes steamboating in. They've got the spawns. They know where they're going to be. Here comes HWC straight off the back foot. Bang! Down he goes. Contra's in the same position he was before. Just an absolute beast at the moment. Raining thunder from the skies. That's another player coming in as well. Happily cleaning these up every single time. Finally, they're going to put an end to Contra's run, though. He's going to stay alive. He's also going to bag the camo to boot. Why the hell not?
This should be it. I mean, Contra has everything in front of him if he wants it, but where is Evil Geniuses going with the flag? Why aren't they running this one? The flag's just sitting there. Everyone's just completely messing up in terms of where to position, in terms of where the spawns are going to be. Just complete misplay coming out from Evil Geniuses, and that's kind of been this team's Achilles heel. Contra's just putting in so much damage, and these guys are charging in towards the flag and not watching the spawns.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that we didn't get any kind of a flag cap coming out of that one. Contra goes one-on-one with HWC. Does win the battle, but it gets traded off instantly. Falcated. Let's have a look at the POV, see who's in a position to make something happen. 30 seconds away from overtime, Tom. This is down to the wire, man. Literally everything matters on this map.
Yeah, this is it, and Evil Geniuses is kind of stuck in their base, but that doesn't really mean much because they can immediately just try to push and try to rotate for a counter pull, and that's one of the things that we haven't seen here, Sims, that is pretty standard, I guess you can say, in CTF Fathom, is going to be your typical, I pull your flag, you pull mine with the overextension over towards the elbow play. But Splyce, they are just one camo or one railgun away from being able to get control of this map. They do have top center. They are in position to get aggressive, but Roy shuts that down with a nice grenade onto Boo Boo Doo Boo, gets that Hail Mary medal, and starts to push onto Falcated, who his twin brother ended up getting weak. He's also getting the kill onto Shooter, so this is looking really good for Evil Geniuses now to be able to get top center.
And that's what they're going to do exactly. We will see Contra. I'm on Roy's POV at this moment in time. He's taking a one-on-one battle with Falcated. He didn't realize he's got some support, though. Does opt to drop out. We mentioned Contra taking control of top mid. It's there, the support, the help that he needed. The assist medal dropped down. He will be going head-on with Shooter. Takes the battle to him, though. Lunchbox is diving in. Here comes the aggression. 2 members of Evil Geniuses. But the sneaky pull comes out of HWC. That's dangerous territory because he's going to be allowed to run that all the way through. He does grab a camo. Wow. But they've got to do something. They've got to get this, stop this flag from going any further.
They're running it towards where they're at. This is a pretty ballsy play. It's a 2-on-2 situation over here. They have both of the players on the flag. There goes the return. Roy getting extremely huge. Boo Boo Doo Boo picks up the kill. That flag is just sitting there. Roy needs to get it. And he grenades himself, and he lives through it somehow. Evil Geniuses are going to be able to put this one in. I think we're going to game number 7, and we are. Holy cow, EG is still alive.
Can we just break down that last play for a second? Because that was absolutely phenomenal. I think Shotzi stalled for a second, running up through Treehouse. Wasn't sure where they were going to be going. In the meantime, Evil Geniuses just bombed away towards the oncoming flag. Roy, holy clutch. If there was a time to go off, he just did it. He managed to single-handedly not only get the return, but kill 3 people going after the flag and then stop them advancing through the garage also. That was, you were right, Tom, a ballsy as hell play, but it paid off. Evil Geniuses, we're in Game 7, baby. Both teams still alive.
Wow, this is what we all wanted to see going to game number 7. It's going to be Slayer on Truth. Evil Geniuses won 2 in a row to push this series to 3-3. Let's take a look at the series layout so you guys can see the scores. Sims, I need to catch my breath.
Oh, I've got a drink here. I need it's 4 a.m. I can't be dealing with this stuff at 4 a.m. That was nuts. I mean, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. That was such a fantastic play to save, literally to save the game. I mean, Shotzi was on his own. You know, you just saw it. Roy, as soon as they heard flag taken, he just beelined across to it, and they managed to get a stall on it. And then I believe it was Lunchbox or even Contra that just run the flag. How often do you see a flag being run to the opposing VAT? How often do you ever see a flag being run, you know, up into Treehouse from that VAT side?
You never see that, especially
ever.
Before the flag was moved. Now that the flag is moved, that's actually not that bad of a run. So I would expect to see that come out a little bit more often. But what a game from EG. These guys will not give up. And Ogre 2 still not playing at his best. So if this guy can pick it up, imagine if he picks it up in a game number 7, or they win this and then he picks it up in the next series. That'll be great for them because he's a huge part of their success. And he's obviously struggling in the kills and deaths department. These guys are picking up a lot of the information that he's saying, and they're moving around the map, and that's why Evil Geniuses is doing so well. But this is a Slayer game here. You gotta, if you get anything less than 7 kills or 8 kills at least in this game, in a game number 7, it's going to be a huge disappointment. You want to try to be an ideal stat line here would be going like 15 and like 10 or something like that in a Slayer.
Yeah, let's hope they can pull this one off. I mean, this is. We wouldn't ask for any less, you know what I mean? We're in Game 7. Everyone needs to tweet the stream right now. Game 7 alert.
Yes,
Evil Geniuses.
Game 7 alert. I am getting it going right now.
On Splyce. You know what? I'm going to tweet this as well. Everybody grab a phone, all right? Everybody grab your phone. Everybody host the stream. Everybody tweet the stream. Game, I'm actually going to spell it out, 7 alert. You know the channel. You're already watching it. Twitch.tv/Halo #HaloWC, because this is about to be lit. One team advances forward to meet Cryptic, waiting with open arms. Can Evil Geniuses come back from being down and win 3 back-to-back-to-back games in a row and make it to the grand finals? Because I honestly feel, Tom, if they can do this, they can give a much better game to Cryptic than what they did initially. You're going to have taking down Splyce in such a fashion that you beat them 3 games in a row. You're going to be pumped going into that finals, man.
That's for sure. And I just tweeted the stream. Make sure you guys hit Sims and my tweet with the retweet. Let's get as many eyes in here as possible. Or just tweet it out yourself. Like Sim says, it's twitch.tv/Halo. Halo WC is that hashtag that you want to use. And we are getting ready. As soon as Ogre 2 switches on over to red, we will be getting this one underway. And we did see, again, CTF Truth. I know this is Slayer now, but something to keep in mind. CTF Truth went in favor of Evil Geniuses. They were definitely playing that very well. The last time that we saw TS Truth was Shotzi, and Shotzi was doing some disgusting things.
But the last time we saw a TS between these two teams, it was Collie, and it was absolutely no holds barred for Evil Geniuses. They came out of the stocks. It was pure and utter aggression. And honestly, I actually think, you know, Splyce, they struggled to find a little bit of an answer on Collie TS because of, I think it was a very unexpected predicament for them. They were faced with such an aggressive Evil Geniuses roster. They didn't really at one point know how to kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
If EG come out of the stocks, don't give a damn. Just go full-blown beast mode. I really think that Splyce they'll struggle to answer. They won't really know where to go with it. And I mean, let's be honest, the only way you beat Splyce is with all-out aggression, because that team, as I mentioned before, any of those young players, give them an inch, they'll take a mile. You can't give them any weapons, any power-ups, nothing, no map presence.
Yeah.
You just got to do them.
The last thing that you want to see here is going to be like Shotzi running around with the sword or something like that and just completely going off and making sure that you're controlling the camo, because that's one of the keys for these guys in CTF Fathom. That's why they're able to win at the end, because Roy was able to control that camouflage so well. So as long as Roy keeps playing like he's playing, you know what you're going to get out of the Twins. These guys are definitely going to go off. I'm not expecting any of them to have a bad game. You cannot have a bad game here in game number 7. Winner going on to the grand finals into the Halo World Championships. This is one of the, definitely for Splyce, by far the most important game that any of these guys have ever played in their career. When I look at the side of Evil Geniuses, these guys have won X Games gold medals before, so I'm not going to necessarily say that, but this is definitely a top 5 moment for these guys. Definitely top 3 in terms of Halo 5 for Ogre 2. Definitely top 1 here. So here it is, guys. Game number 7. Team Slayer on Truth. Tweet the stream. Let's get as many eyes in here as possible. Yes, Sims. Rub those hands. Run those hands together.
I am. I'm ready. I'm also quite. My wife actually gets up for work in 2 hours. That's incredible. But it's been well worth it.
So she's gonna wake up when you scream for whoever wins this game.
Pretty much, yeah. She'll be. Either she'll be waking up or the cat will be. But honestly, who cares? Game 7, baby. Let's do this.
All right.
Team Slayer on Truth. Evil Geniuses versus Splyce. Who goes forward to the grand finals? Who faces off versus Cryptic for a shot at the Halo World Championship 2017 grand finals? Tom, let's do it. Let's find out.
I'm on board with Falcated. We haven't started the game off with him quite yet. Roy ends up taking that camo away from him. That one gets burned probably around that 48 mark. Booba getting first blood.
Falcated, grenade goes down, no hit markers are found. 1-2, finds a great grenade on Ogre 2. He's forced to go back. Lunchbox, the aggression comes in, down goes 1. Falcated's no shields whatsoever, gets called out, still tagged up. He's chasing this kill, he's trying to run away. He's managed to get away from several players, actually avoided them. Lunchbox says, no, not today. Roy comes in, answers the call. The Brown brothers once again working in tandem. Any particular person you're on board with, Tom?
I mean, I'm watching Lunch and Roy work together right now, and I want to watch a little bit of Lunchbox, because the way that this guy is running around the map, both of the Brown twins right now are just adding so much pressure everywhere, so much shots, they're responsive everywhere they need to be, filling the map perfectly. If they continue to play like this, this is going to be very, very scary.
We'll see. Shooter downstairs, no shield whatsoever. Look at Lunchbox, though. Absolutely standing his ground, no fear whatsoever. Does get a bit overzealous, though. That's going to be an easy kill there for Boo Boo. Just cleans him up as he goes steamboating in. They do have a 2-kill lead. Boo Boo, I move on to his POV, just camping back inside the bubble. Carbine in hand, no shields whatsoever. Going to try and run away. Falcated gives him that great covering fire, but that's not what you want to see. 2 members of Splyce with carbines just raining bullets down onto Evil Geniuses. That's dangerous waters, and that's kind of put them back into it. We're all tied up 8-8.
That's a really good point. That's one of the things that Splyce did so well, was controlling those rifles. Roy gets that kill, can't find the double though. Twin brother Lunchbox caught, no shields now. Lead going on over to Splyce here. This game is so tense here, Sims. Everyone battling for pink control. Falcated and Boo find a couple of kills. Shooter stays alive. P3, where's the last guy? He's gonna be P2. Can Shooter get the kill before his boy dies? And that camo coming up. Bad thrust though from Shooter, and he ends up getting that trade though. So either way, from the bad thrust, still ends up getting a kill. Not the end of the world here, but camo coming up any second now. Ogre 2, you know he wants that.
Dangerous times, those. Boo Boo's really starting to heat up. Shotzi's over on the camo as well. Down he goes. Easy. It's not even a trade though, so at least eliminating the camo guy off the map.
Yeah, that was great, but Boo somehow, like you said, he is heating up, ended up just quick drawing Ogre 2 as fast as possible and clamors to stay alive. P3, that's going to buy so much time, and lands the perfect grenade on these guys into the window. Are you kidding me? All 4 members are stuck, and all 4 members are dead for Evil Geniuses. What a play from Splyce. What a nade from Boo.
I mean, you actually just saw those 4 golden arrows. Didn't get a single kill, but he got 4 assists single-handedly. His play there, I mean, I don't know if it was a great position that he was in. He had a fantastic angle, but Evil Geniuses pretty much just clumped together. And they're doing the same over here on Carbine. There's 3 of them. Shotzi comes in with a sword. Fair enough, he's gone down. I'm watching Boo Boo Doobu's POV still. He is absolutely dumping on EG right now. He's up on P3. They need to get him off here. They need to take away this BR from him, because even up close and personal, he's got that, you know, he's got the PP in the back pocket. He's going to noob combo you if you go anywhere near him. Now he's going to run back for a second, but still, P2 is his house. He's pitching a tent. He's paying rent. No one can move him out of it.
Oh, gets the trade onto Contra, gets that Top Gun medal. And this is what we've been waiting for Boobadoo. We haven't talked about him very much. We're just talking about how he's kind of been flying under the radar today because everyone else has been kind of shining on this Splyce team. Shotzi, a little bit too aggressive there, finds himself in a 2-on-1 over towards blue, and he's going to drop over here. That's going to get Evil Genius's number. EG gets the grenade kill on Falcated as well. Lunchbox. Numbers going in favor of EG now, so this is looking really good here. Splyce had advantages, and now they've kind of coughed that up, Sims.
6, 5, 4. They're moving down. We're back up to 5 again. Oh, Roy gets caught out in the open though. Shotzi shuts him down. Lunchbox answers back, which is fair play. BR in hand. We mentioned about those BRs, how important they are on this map. One-on-one battle going with Falcated and Tuga. Tuga gets annihilated though by Shooter. Comes in to support his boy.
Shooter!
Will he get the double?
Oh! He's challenging so hard. Was he going to be able to get the kill onto Contra? Switches on over to his assault rifle and still is challenging. Crazy plays by Shooter. Let's see if it pays off. He ends up getting the kill and then gets the trade as well. 2 kills going on over to Falcated. Make that 3 camo sword in the favor of Splyce. Everybody on EG spawning car 1. This is horrible for Evil Geniuses.
What a time to get a triple kill. And look at the amount of damage he's about to do. He's got 1 player behind him. They're not going to get this kill. Oh my god, turns around, slaps Contra. Definitely some teamwork and communication there. Another person challenging.
Wow, so much teamwork coming out from these guys, and a lot of it having to do with Shotzi just being in the middle of the map here. Nice heads-up clamor coming out from Shotzi. He's going to spot a couple of spawners over in the bubble. Both bubbles are currently being occupied by Evil Geniuses, which means they are stuck. Everybody is just trapped on the EG side. Double battle rifles coming out from the side of Splyce. Lunchbox doing something at least for Evil Geniuses to try to regain control. And if they ever needed control of the map, and if there ever was a time to do it, it would be now. EG down 11 kills, 12 more kills before they're eliminated.
Falcated, though, is on an absolute tear. 12 kills, 6 deaths, 10 assists, Boo Boo, 10, 11. That's the 40 bomb, 6 minutes remaining on the clock. They smell blood, they smell grand finals. Grenades going in. I'm still on the POV of Falcated because this man has been a machine this game. Just dive up into Eli. They're all spawning over on car side, still crouching down, staying off that radar. Splinter nade in hand if anyone wants to poke around the corner. Gets a call out as Contra and Lunchbox do take down 2 members of Splyce. 13 kill deficit. You've got to slow play this one, Tom, if you've got any chance of winning it.
Yeah, it's hard to slow play, though, on a map like this, especially when camo's coming up, so that's going to force action on the map. They not only need to slow it down, but they need the kills, and they need to get control of the map with this camouflage, and that's a good start. However, Shooter gets a kill onto Ogre 2. That's going to be a trade. Now, Shotzi trying to make his way over towards P1. Is he going to be able to get the burn? What's the play going to be here? He hits 1 player with a grenade. If he gets this burn, that's huge. He does. That's all Shotzi needed to do in that situation. Stop EG from getting that camo.
5 more kills remaining here for Splyce. Let's count it down in the Twitch chat. Every so you see a kill coming down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 minutes remaining on the clock. However, while I'm saying this, it's still not over for Evil Geniuses. 36, 9 kill deficit. 1 goes down. Grenades coming in thick and fast. 37. So Contra picks up 1, still keeping the dream alive. There's 4. 4 more kills here for Splyce. 12 more, make that 11. Trade off for trade off.
EG has control, though. This is very scary here for both of these teams. Definitely would prefer to be in Splyce's situation. However, you're seeing 2-for-1 trades here, and if you continue to see 2-for-1 trades, this would end up being a 3-kill game here. So yeah, 2 more. Evil Geniuses, what's the play going to be? They do not want to be the 49th and 50th kill over here. This seems to be the Evil Geniuses strategy, is when players are car side, they push on that. And that is not the play over here. These guys need to be left, and they need to rotate over towards that pink side and get control of P3. All 4 members for EG trapped in the base. This is it here for the members of Splyce, and Ogre 2 is out of ammo. This is not good for Evil Geniuses. Roy
One
finds
more.
2. One more kill here. Is it going to be Ogre 2? He's underneath the base without any ammo, just sitting duck here. He realizes that he needs to get out of there immediately and find some ammo. However, this is going to be a 2-on-1 situation. Gets the perfect kills, perfect shots onto Shooter. Roy finds one into Falcated. He's getting chased really hard. He's staying alive, bottom center. Can he stay alive even longer? These guys are underneath the base. He does. 49 to 46.
No.
There it is. Shooter gets the final kill. Evil Geniuses gets eliminated. Splyce, you are moving on to the grand finals to face off against Team Cryptic. I thought it was going to happen, but Ogre 2 just not able to stay alive. What a series, what a game, what a finish.
Absolutely incredible scenes. Roy, once again, going off, proving that he's still got it. He's still one of the best players in the game. But, yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due. You know, they brought it back from being, I think at one point they were 11 kills, maybe even 13 down in the series.
They were down a lot.
They only ended it by a 4-kill deficit. So it was just too little too late, Tom. They brought it back towards the end. But if they'd have played like that at the start, it may have been a different story. However, I didn't get to see the final kill count. But I think it was, for me, it was just Falcated. He had the sword. He had the carbine. Boo Doo steps it up big time in that game as well. So, yeah, EG, unfortunately, they join Allegiance and they will not be going to Worlds.
No, but you know who does have a chance still? That is Splyce. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those highlights from the series against Evil Geniuses. Great plays all around from every single player, going big when they need. But you just saw at the end, Team Slayer Truth, too much boo-boo-doo-boo. He had a fantastic, fantastic game.
Yeah, incredible work. Stepped it up when it needed to most. Falcated as well, really put some points on the board. I believe it's the first game where Shotzi's not been like at the ultimate top compared to the rest of his team. So proving that they wanted this crack at Cryptic, they've got it. You know, this is going to be another very, very good match. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw, unless Cryptic are just absolutely on fire and come out all guns blazing here, I'd expect to see a second Game 7. I'd expect to definitely be still casting when my wife's going to work. It's going to be a good one. Grand finals time, baby.
It is.
Stream.
It's grand finals time. It's definitely going to be a close one. Don't go anywhere, guys. We are going to get it underway after this break. It's going to be Splyce taking on Team Cryptic. Winner moves on and claims that 7th and final spot for the North American